channel strategies to drive sales, plug-and-play technology to create scale, and logistic solutions that will simply deliver. But what does that all mean? What we actually do, it all starts at the top with our top solution. That provides technology, including systems and connectivity solutions, operations, the people that actually help manage and operate the day-to-day business, the physical infrastructure, and even the sales channels to help market and brand your products. But more importantly, marrying all of this with a flexible pricing strategy that fits every business's model or stage of development. So whether fixed, variable, or somewhere in between, there's a pricing model that fits best for each business. And altogether, the hope is to create an ecosystem that promotes the long-term sustainability, the innovation, development, and the growth for our partners' businesses. But how do we actually do all this? We developed our own proprietary fulfillment system that covers the entire e-commerce ecosystem from the time an order is placed to the time it actually gets delivered in the hands of your customers. The uniqueness here, though, is that our platform adapts to our partner system. So you don't have to so-called reinvent the wheel or learn a new system or migrate to a new system. In fact, our solution either operates in the background or, of course, can be your main system, assuming you don't have one, because the solution was developed to be a la carte or a holistic e-commerce solution. But it doesn't end there, because after having all the systems and solutions, you still need the resources and the people and the infrastructure. What we have done in this part is actually connect and linked up both our own physical infrastructure, including warehouse and delivery fulfillment services, along with other third-party solution providers. Because again, not one size fits all. So from O to O, online to offline, B2B, B2C, we have a solution or model that fits best to what you're trying to do. The uniqueness here is that we can enable scale without scale, which for the smaller guys in the world is really what sets them apart or gives them at least some edge to compete with some of the bigger players in the market. But of course, as always, we're nowhere without our people. But it doesn't start or stop with our management, because the vision, having a vision at the management level, is a team that has purpose. But outside of our founders, actually...
Thank you so much, Goals. Thank you for your pitch. Square Arc, you are now welcome to start your presentation when you're ready. You have 3 minutes to do so. We'll start the timer when you start talking.
Hi, am I coming across okay? Hello?
Yes, your screen is still not showing.
Okay, let me try to reshare.
Okay.
How about now?
Great.
Yes. Okay. Hi, everyone. Yep. Hi, everyone. So I'm Sherman from Square Arc. Together with my partner, Joash, we have built a platform to help entrepreneurs get started. Right. So for me, I have a background. Sorry.
Are you
Hello?
able to turn your camera on?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, I apologize. Yeah.
Use that again.
Sure.
Thank you.
Hi guys, so I'm Sherman from Square Arc. Together with my partner Joash, we built a platform to help entrepreneurs get started. I come from a background of technology and supply chain. My stint with entrepreneurship has been 5 years. My partner Joash comes from a background of finance and business development. His stint in entrepreneurship has been the past 6 years. Our team comprises of 14 members now, of which 13 have been ex-entrepreneurs or aspiring to be. Right. So you know the saying that entrepreneurship is kind of like an open thing that everyone can get access to. So it's true, but not really. A traditional route, let's say if you want to do a really fast-growing startup, you will have to get into one of the Ivy League schools. This number here, this is just the school fees that you have to pay, tuition plus lodging for 1 year. So it's through no fault of their own, but this means that not every single person might have the resources to get access to this route. So essentially what we try to do is we try to fix this with a bit of technology. Our platform does three things. First, it uses an algorithm to connect brands and to help people to get started in one form of entrepreneurship. So simple e-commerce and selling. We provide the training for the people to be able to sell and for them to get some sort of comfort around concepts such as cost, supply chain concepts, and selling. The third thing we do is both me and Joash realize that the entrepreneurship journey is quite a lonely journey, and at the low points of it, it can get quite dark. So we also try to create a community whereby people can get together, discuss their issues, and in order to progress together. Yeah. So far, we've been around for 2 years. We've attempted to help 120 entrepreneurs, and right now 35 of them are still with us. Right. This slide talks about our business model. Essentially, what we do is we help the social sellers collect payments from their customers, and then we pay the brands and also pay them a commission. Currently, to date, we have over 50 brands with us, and yeah. So this to us addresses two issues. It addresses the inequalities in the social environment. So we're talking about 3.5 million people in Hong Kong that have no access to this route. And also we hope to provide everyone with a path that they're comfortable with and an opportunity to grow. Right now we're only based in Hong Kong and in one industry, so quite specifically beauty and skincare. At some point, we hope to expand beyond these borders and also to several different industries. We are currently talking to a few fashion brands.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Square Arc, for your pitch. We now have a 30-second jury deliberation. In the meantime, if Bioponics and Liquify could get ready, please. And a reminder to turn on your closed captions at the bottom of your Zoom tab. You need to make sure you have the subtitles on for you to see the time alerts. Thank you. Our second knockout pair is Bioponics versus Liquify. Just a reminder to turn your cameras on before you start your pitch as well. Bioponics, if you're ready, you're welcome to start your presentation. You have 3 minutes to do so.
Yep. Can you see my screen? All right.
Yes.
Feeding 7.8 billion mouths around the world is no easy task. We rely on a massive infrastructure of farmers operating 13 billion hectares of farmland globally. Chemical fertilizers is a major farming input. Farmers feed crops 170 million tons of chemical nitrogen to grow their produce more efficiently and economically. Unfortunately, nitrogen fertilizer production sucks. It is an energy-intensive process, costing over $130 billion per year in fossil fuels. It emits 147 million tons of CO2 every year. Sad to say, agriculture is one of the worst carbon-emitting industries in the world. In the pursuit of feeding ourselves, we are also killing our planet hand in hand. Biomanufacturing is the key to our future. The world already biomanufactures biofuels, medicine and vaccines, clothing and polymers, and I am proud to tell you today that we will also biomanufacture fertilizer. We produce nitrogen in a much better way. 78% of our atmosphere is made of nitrogen, but plants cannot directly absorb this. After 7 years of high institution research, Bioponics has synthesized a bacteria that can absorb this nitrogen into its cells and then release it into a form of nitrogen that plants can absorb. Even better, our bacteria is powered by photosynthesis, meaning we release clean, breathable oxygen as a byproduct. We are cheaper, greener, and our produce tastes better. Compare these two photos, and you will see that biomanufacturing is indeed the better and cleaner future. Our photobioreactor facilities are modular and can be installed on-site inside of commercial farms. Bioponics facilities are also 65% cheaper to build.
Hubert, sorry,
Yep.
we can't see your screen change.
Really? Uh-oh.
Yeah, you can start again. Could I just remind you to put it in full screen?
It is in full, no.
Without the Google Chrome tab. You can press escape and try one more time.
That's
Sorry.
not going, oh, let's try that again then.
If not, we can share our screen.
It might be my internet connection. It might be better if we play the video instead. I was kind of worried this was going to happen.
Your connection is completely fine. It just wasn't, the screen just wasn't changing. Could you quickly try to change
do you want me to go back
right?
to, sorry, say that again?
Yep, can you just try changing screens right now?
This is full screen mode.
Could you just try changing slides? Yeah.
Oh,
just
sure.
Yep, now it's working. Now it's working.
Okay.
Thank you.
Should I start again?
Yeah, we can start again. Thank you so much. You have 3 minutes. You can start.
Okay. Can you see the screen change? All right. Feeding 7. Let me start again. I'm so sorry.
1 second. Sorry,
Sure.
we can't see it right now. Could you screen change one more time? Yeah. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Okay. Feeding 7.8 billion mouths around the world is no easy task. We rely on a massive infrastructure of farmers operating 13 billion hectares of farmland globally. Chemical fertilizers is a major farming input. Farmers feed crops 170 million tons of chemical nitrogen to grow their produce more efficiently and economically. Unfortunately, nitrogen fertilizer production sucks. It is an energy-intensive process, costing over $130 billion per year in fossil fuels. It emits 147 million tons of CO2 every year. Sad to say, agriculture is one of the worst carbon-emitting industries in the world. In the pursuit of feeding ourselves, we are also killing our planet hand in hand. Biomanufacturing is the key to our future. The world already biomanufactures biofuels, medicine and vaccines, clothing and polymers, and I am proud to tell you today that we will also biomanufacture fertilizer. We produce nitrogen in a much better way. 78% of our atmosphere is made of nitrogen, but plants cannot directly absorb this. After 7 years of high institution research, Bioponics has synthesized a bacteria that can absorb this nitrogen into its cells and then release it into a form of nitrogen that plants can absorb. Even better, our bacteria is powered by photosynthesis, meaning we release clean, breathable oxygen as a byproduct. We are cheaper, greener, and our produce tastes better. Compare these two photos, and you will see that biomanufacturing is indeed the better and cleaner future. Our photobioreactor facilities are modular and can be installed on-site inside of commercial farms. Bioponics facilities are also 65% cheaper to build. We are the perfect team to make this happen. Dr. Akhilesh Chawesha is the CTO of Bioponics. He is an expert molecular biologist with 17 years of experience. He has published 22 research papers in world-renowned journals. Just go ahead and Google him. And most importantly, we have a working prototype in our hands today. Hi, I'm Hubert, CEO of Bioponics. I have been a serial entrepreneur as well as the head of division for multiple capital market firms. I have 15 years of business building know-how. Climate change is happening faster than anticipated, and we need to take action now. There is no one else coming to save us but ourselves. By making food production more sustainable and affordable, we aim to put in our helping hand in alleviating world hunger. Most importantly, we are a small handful of people in the world that is capable of doing this, and therefore we will take action. Thank you.
Thank you, Bioponics, for your pitch. Liquify, you are now welcome to start your presentation. You have 3 minutes to do so.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adrian.
One second, Raymond. Give me 1 second. Yep, you may now start. Thank you.
Okay, great. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Adrian, the CEO and co-founder of Liquify. So Liquify is a company started for 2 years. We call ourselves a fintech company that use blockchain technology and tokenization to enable a new world of accessible and inclusive investment. The team is made up with a very diversified background in finance, blockchain technologies, and business model innovations. We have now a team of 10 people in Hong Kong and China. Myself came from an asset management background in a company called BlackRock. I'm now also a trainer for the Hong Kong Securities Exam Authority on this topic. The rest of the team have been having a financial career and entrepreneurial background. But tokenization, even though it's a way to innovate the capital market, it actually unlocks liquidity and also enabling fractional ownership and democratizing access to illiquid asset. Democratization in the capital market is a future for any individuals to get richer than before and to narrow the gap between the rich and poor. Our business model initially started as a technology provider on the left to allow institutions to use our technologies, but then we're also entering the license space, as you see on the third and fourth box, that we have just got a license in the Middle East, the UAE in particular, to operate an online broker-dealer platform to sell tokenized securities. While we can also be an OTC trading platform for the last box to be able to trade tokenized securities among investors. I want to showcase you some of the projects that we do is not just for profit, even though that we are a profit-making company, but it's also relevant to sustainable development. The projects here will be working with SMEs, VC funds in Asia, governments, also as well as real estate developers. At the end, social initiative trying to push the boundary of real estate ownership in Hong Kong. So we have a license to operate a marketplace in the UAE so that we are able to distribute for SMEs digital securities to retail so they could have access to investment. We work for a government entity so that individuals like employees could gain access to government fundings or subsidies in a more efficient way. We tokenize a fund which focuses solely on ESG investment. By tokenization, we have helped to reduce the barriers of entry to ESG investment and with also robust governance and increased transparency. We have a real estate developers to operate a technology scheme so that employees could also enjoy a portion of the property rising value so that they could also enjoy the increase in property value instead of just being employees. Lastly, we are helping the Hong Kong government potentially to decrease the down payment for buying a real estate property in Hong Kong. So that's all the awards that we have over the past 2 years. And that's the end of the presentation. Thank you. Time's
up. Thank you so much, Liquify, for your pitch. We now have 30 seconds for jury deliberation. In the meantime, if Future Now and InnoSpire could get ready, please. One last reminder to turn on your videos when you are presenting and turn on your closed captions so that you can see all the time alerts. Our third knockout pair is Future Now versus InnoSpire. Future Now, if you're ready, you're welcome to start your presentation, share your screen, and you have 3 minutes to do so.
Oh, can you see my screen?
Now we can, yes.
Okay. Okay. Hello, everyone. With Future Now, everyone can learn new knowledge from zero to hero in just 3 minutes time. Hello, my name is Raymond. I'm a serial entrepreneur and I'm a Rotarian who put my focus in youth and education. Currently, I'm also the brand advisor for AIA and have groomed over 1,000 influencers. With a proven track record and incubation backed by Cyberport, Future Now is now in good traction. As we emerge from the crisis, we can proactively shape more inclusive, fair, and sustainable economies, organizations, society, and workplaces. To do so, we must mobilize the best human capacity, capability, technologies, innovative policy, and market forces in the services of this new vision. Future Now is a bite-sized knowledge influencer platform where we deliver the knowledge to you in a flash. Learn and earn. You will be able to learn the key knowledge instantaneously. acquire new skills that ranges all the way from new economy, wellness, creativity, technology, lifestyle to entrepreneurship. It is a professional knowledge accelerator that combines artificial intelligence and human intelligence. With the AI-guided career learning, it advocates essential learning in a short period of time, allow learners to absorb knowledge at convenience in a smart video formats. Future Now serves as a key milestone to shape the new agenda for growth, jobs, skills, and equity. Together, we shorten the path towards the quality education and prepare for our future workforces. People said we are like YouTube and TikTok, but our business model is much easier. Learners pay, revenue share by with the futurists. Futurists will get up to 50% of the video watch. Corporate subscription, similar to Zoom, charging model is freemium model. We also offer video production services for our futurists. Future Now simply addresses the most fundamental needs in the new economy, knowledge. Our mission is to accelerate learning and wisdom for humanity. Our team is well-balanced and been working together in the past 1.5 years. From China affairs to industry experts in education. And in the future, every one of you will be a contributor as well. Last but not the least, let's look at some of our happy faces of our futurists and their great feedback after becoming our futurists. After all, once again, we want to thank you, ESGX, great opportunity, and looking forward to leverage this platform to grow together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Future Now, for your pitch. InnoSpire, you are now welcome to start your presentation. You have 3 minutes to do so. Please share your screen.
Let me share my screen.
Stop.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet. 1 second. Future Now, if you could stop sharing your screen.
Okay. I stopped it.
And then InnoSpire, could you start sharing once again?
Okay. So let me start sharing once again. Okay. Can you see my screen and screen changing?
No. Gori, can you put our slide up really quickly?
Can you see my screen sharing?
Not yet. Can everyone else see? 1 second.
No.
And Gori, you will have to change and then give him access again.
I've put InnoSpire's PPT up the screen if it's visible.
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
because I'm in my computer. Yeah.
It is working now.
You can see it now.
Okay. Let me share it again. Sorry.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. When you're ready, you have 3 minutes.
Okay. Can you see my screen changing?
No. Can you click on the presentation and then
I'll click
change?
on the presentation. Okay. Maybe I'll click on the presentation. You mean this one? No. Okay, let me share the screen once again. Okay, yeah.
Can you try changing your screen once?
Okay, can you see it?
Yep, perfect. Okay, when you're ready, you have 3 minutes.
Okay, okay, I'm ready.
Great, you can begin.
Okay, hi everyone. InnoSpire Technology Limited is realizing the first project in the world that will provide human visual assistance by mobile app and smart glasses. Visual impairment brings a lot of inconvenience to the elderly and visually impaired people. For example, they cannot see products and price tags clearly in the supermarket. We have developed an app that allows visually impaired users to send pictures to volunteers. Available volunteers can describe the picture by voice message or text. There are many user situations. For example, during this COVID-19 pandemic, many elderly or visually impaired people stay at home and order food delivery. Users may send pictures to restaurant menus or common accessories to volunteers for identification. We have already gained much positive feedback from users in Hong Kong, Taiwan, Europe, and North America. For example, a blind user in Taiwan used our app to complete a tax registration procedure. We have very good coverage in Asia and a growing number of active users outside of Asia too. This app has the potential of connecting millions of visually impaired users with volunteers around the world. We are also developing real-time video calling where a volunteer can provide real-time visual assistance to the visually impaired user. We are bringing our project to the next stage and developing smart glasses. An elderly or visually impaired user can wear our smart glasses like normal eyeglasses, and our back-end staff can see things from the viewpoint of the user and provide instant support. Since the abilities required for back-end staff are low, even disabled or uneducated people can take on the job with little training. They will earn a salary and develop confidence by providing visual assistance to people in need. About our team, I'm a chartered engineer and a former lecturer in HQ space. Dr. Low is an adjunct professor and has more than 25 years of experience in hardware design and commercialization. Ricky is a software development expert and has more than 10 years of experience in mobile computing. Timmy is the founder of 2 NGOs and has much experience in managing large social projects. Patrick has more than 10 years of experience in social service. Our portal and story has been covered by different major newspapers such as Hong Kong Economic Journal and Hong Kong Economic Times. We have also made use of all opportunities to promote our products on different media such as TV and radio shows. And we are fortunate enough to have already gained some recognition. We won the championship in Hong Kong Tech Home 2020, first runner-up of Hong Kong Social Enterprise Challenge, and Bonds Award of Asia Smart App Award and ICT Award. So this is my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, InnoSpire. It is now time for a brief 5-minute stopover for jury deliberation. Before we announce the winners of round 1 and proceed to round 2, we'll have a 5-minute break. So relax, get some water, and get ready for some challenging questions. Jury members, we will put you into the breakout rooms for jury deliberation. Let's just make sure that everyone's back. Okay, great. So before announcing the winners of round one, I'd like to remind enterprises to please stay on the Zoom call, even if you did not win round one, because you'll be given a chance to ask the very first question to the winning teams in round two. So now it is time to announce the winners of round one, knockouts in our China-Hong Kong national finals. Congratulations to Goals, Bioponics, and InnoSpire. You will proceed to round two. And now it's time for round two. Goals, it is your turn to take questions. In true sporting style, we give Square Arc a chance to throw a question at Goals, and you have 1 minute to answer. So if you, just one more reminder, if everyone that's speaking could turn their videos on and everyone that isn't could turn their video off, that would be very appreciated.
Hi, Joe. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah. So I have a question. Right now, how many people are using your platform for logistics? Just out of curiosity.
In terms of corporate clients, we have about 25 to 30 corporate clients.
Okay, I see. What do you find the biggest challenges is at the moment?
The biggest challenge always, especially, the difference is actually between whether it's a startup or a large corporate or multinational. And the challenges are like this. For startups, it's really helping them navigate. For most startups, as everyone on the call knows, e-commerce is, once you get into it, it's never as easy as it seems. And because of that, basically, or generally speaking, for most startups, the resources that they have at hand or at their disposal is limited. So to try to make a solution that really helps them create a sustainable ecosystem and platform is very difficult. At the other end of the spectrum, with large multinationals or large corporates, the difference is actually they have a lot of solutions, have a lot of systems, and have a lot of
Time's up. Thank you so much. Thank you, Square, for the questions.
Thank you.
Jury members, you are now welcome to ask questions to Goals. You have 5 minutes to do so.
I can start. Thanks a lot for your presentation. I'm just curious about the ESG. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Okay.
I can't
Yeah.
hear, sorry.
Can you hear me all right now? Hello?
Hello? Okay, better. Thank you. Sorry, couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Just wanted to say congratulations and thanks very much for your pitch. I wanted to ask more about the SDGs that you're focused on, or the impact angle of your product. In particular, I guess when you work with the 25 to 30 corporate clients that you currently have, do you kind of screen them by their impact or their focus on a particular mission?
Actually, it works. Funny enough, it sort of works a little bit the other way around. Companies that come to us with already sort of the impact and sustainability angle, obviously, are very straightforward and very easy to sort of hopefully foster and build on. But actually, it's the other way, where a lot of companies come in without even that concept or knowledge. Most people come in with, I have this problem I need to solve. And then in what we're building in the solution and the sustainability, and that's sort of the one angle we really like to focus on, which is not reinventing the wheel. It doesn't mean throw away your existing system or whatever, but how do we sort of extend that life of that system so that we're creating something more sustainable and obviously less resource wasting.
Okay, got it. I guess, how successful are you with that? Do you receive any pushback?
No, not at all, because as I unfortunately didn't finish, with the large corporates on the other side of the spectrum, the problem is because they have everything already there, it's very hard to get them to change. It's very hard to change the direction of a big ship. What we then do is work within their system to enhance the service and offering with our sort of plug and play solutions to give them that leverage without having to change the entire sort of makeup.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Joe. I have a quick question for you, and congratulations as well. I want to ask you a little bit about, you talk supply chain. Our supply chain is really hot recently. E-commerce is also really hot. How is your offering or your technology disruptive or different from what your competitors are providing?
Yeah, I think for the most part, the biggest difference is that we're not only providing that digital or sort of technology innovation solution. As my partner loves to say, innovation sometimes isn't sexy. It's not necessarily just about the digital or the technology that's there, but actually being able to provide also the manpower and the infrastructure, the physical infrastructure that's required, especially for startups or people with companies without the resources. It's really been one thing, I think, one of the positive feedbacks that we keep hearing that, oh, you can actually do that for us too. Oh, great, actually, thanks. And that's really where I think the disruption happens. So it may not be as sexy as necessarily changing the world or saving the world, but more what it is, it allows people to actually realize their vision or realize their business, even if it's one small step at a time.
Great, thank you. And also your logistics chain, I know you're doing the logistics side, right? Is there anything that's directly related to any of the UN SDG goals?
Other than probably the number 8 about the economic growth and development and helping out, because the other thing we try to do actually very quickly on reducing inequalities as well as part of the economic growth is that because of our business nature, it is labor intensive to some aspects of it, which then we try to give opportunities to the elderly as well as those without necessarily the direct skill sets or academic backgrounds. And we provide training and education to give them that opportunity to get back into the workforce or re-engineer themselves.
Great, thank you.
Any other questions? If there are no more questions,
actually, can I ask?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, congratulations, Joe. So I have a couple of questions. So I might have missed it in your slide. Which market are you playing into? Is there a plan to expand beyond the current market?
Yes, we're predominantly based in Hong Kong, but actually we service globally or internationally. So we do last mile fulfillment to everywhere around the world. In terms of actually setting up infrastructure or actual network, if you call it that.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Goals, and thank you, jury members, for the questions. Bioponics, it is now your turn to take questions. Liquify, it is your turn to throw a curveball at Bioponics. You have 1 minute to answer.
So I got a question. So many of the biofertilizer product is with poor quality now, resulting in a lot of loss of confidence from the farmers. And how are you convincing existing farmers or fertilizing users to change the ways and pay for your product?
This is exactly why we are different. The biofertilizers currently are unoptimized, meaning it's most effective, and which is really done in India, is they initially take the unoptimized cyanobacteria and mulch it first and then put it in to release the nitrogen. But then that's about it. They can't do it again. And that's why people lose confidence. Now that we have optimized our strain of bacteria, it will constantly fix the nitrogen and release it, slow releasing. So therefore it will work through the entire cycle of your crop season all year round. So comparing us to the unoptimized biofertilizers, we are much better by many factors. We are comparable to chemical fertilizers at this point of time.
Thank you so much. Jury members, you are now welcome to ask questions to Bioponics. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Okay, I'll start. Congratulations as well. I'd like to ask you a little bit about the cost, the price structure, to understand more of the revenue and the potential revenue that can be built for Bioponics. So what is the cost to you guys for biomanufacturing this nitrogen fertilizer? And what is the potential profit margin you're seeing? And how does the cost of this compare to, a nitrogen fertilizer that's not biomanufactured?
Sure. I will. I'll give it in percentage terms, just to kind of keep some of the finances internal. We are ultimately cheaper, even compared to chemical fertilizers, is because what we require is a free. It's solar power, really, or LED lighting, compared to using fossil fuels to heat up a big tank up to like 500 degrees centigrade. So we are looking, comparing our pricing to chemical fertilizers, which is our biggest competitor. It's really our only competitor. We are still 50% cheaper from a production level. So if we sell at retail pricing to compare with chemical fertilizers, we would make a 50% margin on this.
So I have a question. So Hubert, congratulations. So I wanted to see what patent have you applied for, or do you have patent pending on your process?
We have talked to patent lawyers at the moment. We've had a couple of consultants. It's a rather complicated process trying to patent CRISPR-based technology, but it is in our pipeline. And we're actually raising our next round of funding, which is specifically a big portion of, well, a portion of that is going towards hiring the right patent lawyers to file all of our patents. But the good news is we do have the working prototype, and it's actually already improved already from our first version. So as we iterate forward, we will have things to patent. And we have a very capable CTO that has actually gone through the patenting process before. So we are well versed in that. So we're kind of just waiting for the next round of funding to give us the power to file lots of patents. Absolutely.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Actually, both the questions that I have already been covered. But I guess maybe talk a bit more about your current go-to-market. Is this commercialized already? And if so, who are you selling to? And if not, what's the expected time frame of this?
Yeah. At the moment, we are still in prototype stage where it's proven in the lab that it does work. So the next step is really on private testing indoors and outdoors. Australia is one of our first markets that we'll go to. We've had indication from the Australian agricultural government side that they would love to field test this, and also in Southeast Asia. So we have interested parties from Thailand, Singapore, and actually Hong Kong as well. Our biofertilizer works best in rice paddy fields, and between China and India, that's 52% production of the whole of rice production in the world. So, and obviously large swaths of Southeast Asia. So we will be targeting those countries first.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions?
I guess if there are a couple of minutes, I have an additional one. How does your solution compare to what's already in the market? What's the competitive landscape like for this type of product?
It's a very optimizing bacteria to be used as a fertilizer is actually very new and cutting edge. Our two major competitors are actually in the US. They're both backed by Bayer and the Gates Foundation over that side. So you have Pivot Bio and also Join Bio as well. But they are still either in prototyping stage or in private testing. So we're kind of actually catching up really quickly to the stages of development with them. So from an effective level, they've had some real serious funding and backing on that side. You're talking about nearly $200 million by early stage funding. So their results are good. Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And InnoSpire, it is your turn to take questions. Future Now, it's your turn to serve an ace at InnoSpire. You have 1 minute to answer.
Okay, thank you.
Hello. Can
Hello.
you? Hi. Can you see me?
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, congratulations. I think someone stopped my video.
Okay.
Please you can put your video back on.
Oh, hello.
Great.
Hey, great work. I appreciate you have very great ideas and absolutely stunning. Hey, I have a little bit of question about when going forward, what would be your technology challenge, on doing so? Yeah, just to understand.
Oh, I see. Yeah, actually, one thing that we need to overcome is that if there are too many users, how to arrange, how to match volunteers to visually impaired user or how to match back-end staff to visually impaired user or elderly. So this is one thing. And the other thing is that because we are incorporating AI in our smart glasses, and in the future, we are actually going the way of AI plus human integration, which we believe will be the big direction in using AI. So it will be another challenge because we need to combine AI and human, because we know that purely AI is not useful in solving visual problems completely, and purely human support is not scalable. So we need to combine this one, and how to combine it is a question. Yeah.
And please be my futurist in the future.
Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Raymond. Thank you, Future Now. Jury members, you're welcome to ask questions to InnoSpire. You have 5 minutes to do so.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll jump in. Thanks a lot for that presentation. Maybe more clarification question actually in terms of how your tech works. How do you get the volunteers onto your platform, and what's the, how do you source them? What's the incentive for them? How does this work?
Oh, okay. Actually, it is a big platform that connects visually impaired people to a group of volunteers. Every volunteer who install the app can join as a volunteer, and we promote it using both online and offline approach. For online approach, we will use social media or some online volunteer recruitment groups, such as volunteer intelligence community in Facebook. And for offline approach, we will organize many workshops. And for these two approach, we can promote our app and to spread our message. And and this both way are quite effective in doing this purpose. Yeah.
Thank you. And how many, I guess, volunteers do you currently have in your platform, and how many visually impaired individuals have you worked with?
Currently, we have about 3,500 total active users around the world, and about 1/4 visually impaired people, and the other are volunteers. And actually, the ratio is about 1 to 4 or 1 to 5, and we find that this ratio is very good to provide continuous support to the visually impaired or elderly.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
Do you see a challenge in service level agreement? So for example, if there's a lot more users and how long do you expect them to wait to get an answer?
Yeah, it's a good question. Actually, for in this moment, most of the requests can be answered within 1 or 2 minutes. Actually, we have do the calculation that or more than 80% can be responded in 1 or 2 minutes, and most of the requests are answered by 4 to 5 volunteers on average. Yeah. So we can provide continuous service, and actually the response rate is quite quick.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Great, I'll jump in quickly then. So I actually have 2 questions. So the first one is, I was wondering what retail price you had in mind, because I wanted to know, who's your target audience, who can afford these visual glasses, and afterwards your revenue model. Is it something like a reoccurring subscription model? I know you're using volunteers, but what's the back end like?
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, there are 2 different levels of subscription fee. For example, for the underprivileged users, they can apply a government funding in Hong Kong or charity funding, and for the more able families, they can support and pay the subscription fee of about 200 to 300 Hong Kong dollars. And actually, we have done this kind of survey, and we also refer to a similar service such as care on call service, also called the elderly bell. So the price is much more or less the same. And also we earn our revenue by organizing educational workshops in secondary schools and CSR departments for big companies. Because in Hong Kong, there are quite a demand for secondary school students because they need to accumulate volunteer hours and they need education on about disability and empathy. So we know that there's a demand because we do some speeches in secondary school or universities and get to know these teachers. Yeah.
Great. And how much were you charging retail price for these classes?
For these classes, it is about 3,000 Hong Kong dollar for 1 hour. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm also, I have a second question, sorry. So I want to also ask you about like the scalability, especially globally with regards to this. Do you have any thoughts, especially in terms of like language barriers, etc.?
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a scalability issue. That's why we combine AI and human support in the future. And we believe that there's no startup that can rely on AI completely 100% or human 100%. We believe in AI plus human, and we are actually cooperating with S3 in Hong Kong, the Applied Science and Technology Institute in Hong Kong to develop AI, and it will be ready at least in 2021, and we will provide human support first, and then the AI support to do the scalability, because we know that human support is not scalable. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Innospire, and thank you, jury members, for the questions. It is time for a 5-minute stopover for jury deliberation. Please stay tuned. We'll come back and announce the winner of the China-Hong Kong National Finals. Jury members, we will put you into the breakout rooms again. You can also see a button that you can press at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, I think you can see the buttons because the breakout rooms are open. Sorry, it's taking a little bit of time for judges to decide, so we're gonna wait a little bit of more time for judges to return. Thank you for your patience.
Hey, Janet, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm good.
All
How are
good?
you?
I'm good.
I'm good.
How's it going? It's going well, I hope. All is going
Yeah,
well.
it's going well.
Excellent, excellent. That's great. Good luck with everything, okay? Take
Thank
care.
you.
Bye.
Just making sure that everyone is back. Great. Okay, so before we announce the winners, we would like to give the jury members an opportunity to make any final comments or give any feedback. So I open up the floor to the jury members.
So maybe I'll start. So congratulations to all the winners and good job everybody who participated. So it's very exciting to see a lot of talent and passion go into solving real world problems. There's a lot of really innovative solutions, innovative thinking that went into it. A lot of the local problems are actually very applicable to global problems as well. So I think a lot of times, we have a lot of innovative solutions in one locality, like in Hong Kong, which is a small market. But if you think about how you could actually scale your solutions to a global market and make greater impact, I think that would really benefit the world.
Great. I'll say a quick few words as well. So congratulations, all the teams are really great, and it's inspiring to see how many entrepreneurs are working to change the world. So I really believe that the direction of innovation today and tomorrow is definitely changing. It's moving towards sustainability, to social impact, to the greater good. So the goal really is to change Hong Kong, but it's also to change China, it's to change Asia, and it's to make a change globally. So well done to all the teams here today. I've been very inspired by all of your messages, and good luck. Thank you.
Yep, likewise, I'd like to thank all the teams here for the hard work, and even those who didn't make it through the knockout rounds. It's a great quality of startups, that we're seeing here, and good job in terms of the effort putting all of this through, and hopefully you'll continue your journeys and make an impact in this world beyond this competition. So thanks very much.
Thank you so much, jury members. We really, really appreciate the time you've taken to join us today. And now we have a special message from the chairman of TGEL, Mr. Shiv Khemka.
Thank you all. I'm delighted to be here, and I'd like to thank our partners, Jumpstart, and all of you for joining the movement. This is really a movement to help improve the state of the world by collaborating together, to support entrepreneurship together, to work together globally, to not live in silos, but to really help each other, because a lot of energy is wasted trying to repeat things that have failed in other parts of the world. And we shouldn't be doing that. We should learn to work together to solve these problems. I'm really excited about the China-Hong Kong national finals, because it's a very wise finals, because the jurors are all women. So we have much more wisdom than normal, because normally you have a bunch of men who are adolescent and going in the wrong direction. So I'm really excited that we have an all-women jury for the finals. And I know that the decisions that are going to come out of here are going to be much better for the world, much more thoughtful, much more inspired, much more compassionate, and with much more real sense of altruism and vision for what we need to do. So once again, congratulations to everyone, and congratulations to the startups and to the entrepreneurs that are part of this movement that have got so far. And we hope that some of you will make it to the global finals and win the global finals. That would be my dream. And let's hope you can do that. And we hope next year that this becomes something we can do online and offline. And once you're part of this movement, you never leave us. We're like a family. So please always stay with us, and suggest friends, bring in others, watch the global finals, tell your friends to join and watch. And really, it's about us all holding hands and working together to do what many of our political leaders are unable to do. So we all need to work as civil society, working with governments and working with everyone else in the world to try and solve these problems that confront us. Stay safe, stay healthy. And once again, thank you very much to everyone.
Thank you so much, Mr. Khemka. And now, without further ado, the time has come. It's time to announce the winner of Entrepreneurship Sports Generation 2020 China-Hong Kong National Finals. And the winner today is Bioponics and InnoSpire. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you in the Asia Confederation Final happening on the 26th of November. It was our pleasure to engage in such a diverse group of startups and gain exposure to such fascinating stories and solutions. At ESG, we would like to acknowledge the effort and time each entrepreneur has dedicated to be here with us. We would like to heartily thank the judges, participants, organizers, and partners for joining us and supporting ESG as a groundbreaking project. We are immensely excited and hope you will join us for the next levels of our competition. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Stay safe and well and happy.
Thank you.